Gamers said it, forums exploded with it, and memes? Oh, they had a field day with it. Battlefield 6 isn't Battlefield anymore. It's just Call of Duty in disguise. But here's the problem. Are we really judging an entire franchise overnight? Off a few small maps? Off of a beta that wasn't even close to full release? Because if that's the case, we're not just gamers anymore. We're impatient critics with the attention span of a TikTok scroll. So today, I want to break down how Battlefield 6 became Call of Duty overnight, or at least why the internet thinks so. And more importantly, how the argument might actually be backwards. So here's the thing. When the Battlefield 6 beta launched, a few small maps dropped and people weren't happy. They looked at the tight corners, fast gameplay, less wide open chaos, and instantly shouted, "This is just COD." But Battlefield's identity was never built on one single map. It was built on massive scale, destruction, and the feeling that the battlefield itself was alive. Judging it by a couple of smaller, faster maps, it's like saying a Kendrick Lamar track sounds like Drake just because the beat is up-tempo. And you know what he would say, they not like us, and neither are these games. Real quick, before I keep tearing this argument apart here, let me ask you, are you tired of surface level takes in gaming? Because I drop videos that go deep into what's really happening behind the games that we love and love to hate. So if you're into that, smash that like button because you already know it helps your boy grow this channel. And if you care to stay up to date with anything Battlefield 6 related, consider subscribing today. Now here's the twist. Everybody's saying that Battlefield is becoming Call of Duty because of smaller maps and faster pacing. But let's look at the other side. Call of Duty has been stealing from Battlefield's playbook for years. Remember when Call of Duty was strictly about tight 3-lane maps and fast reflexes? Then Battlefield dropped 64-player, chaotic, destructible environments and large-scale vehicle warfare. Suddenly, what do you see? Call of Duty Warzone, ground war, large-scale battles that feel straight out of Battlefield's DNA. So ask yourself, who is really copying who? Because the irony is thick here. Call of Duty fans clown Battlefield for being too COD, while COD devs are busy adding features that scream Battlefield-like. Ladies and gentlemen, make it make sense. And honestly, comparing Battlefield to Call of Duty just because of a few maps is like watching a Michael Myers movie and saying, oh, it's just another guy in a white mask. Yeah, but that guy in the mask doesn't stop chasing you for 2 hours straight. Context matters here. So here's where impatience really kills the conversation. Gamers jump on Twitter and judge a title before launch, and the narrative spreads like wildfire. Suddenly, every headline says Battlefield is dead or Battlefield is just COD now. But think about it. Battlefield has always experimented. Some maps are smaller, some modes are faster, but at its heart, Battlefield's soul is still about scale, strategy, and destruction. And this, my friends, Call of Duty has never fully matched. And if we're being completely honest here, Battlefield 6 catching flack for experimenting is kinda wild when Call of Duty literally rebrands itself every year with a new skin. But Battlefield does one small pivot and the internet panics like someone unplugged their Wi-Fi mid-match. I mean, come on. So here's the takeaway. Battlefield 6 did not magically transform into Call of Duty overnight. What actually happened is that we as gamers were too quick to judge. Meanwhile, Call of Duty has been slowly transforming into Battlefield for years, borrowing scale, chaos, and features to keep itself relevant. So I'll leave you with this. Next time you hear someone say Battlefield is just COD, ask them the real question. Who is actually copying who?